Hello, good evening, everyone. Tonight, in this short video, we will talk about a few different things, still all related to how to build relationships with students in both traditional and online learning environments. First of all, building strong relationships with students is crucial for their academic success and overall well-being, whether in traditional or online learning environments. Let's begin with explaining the importance of building trusting relationships between instructors and students in higher education. Building trusting relationships between instructors and students is essential in higher education for several reasons. Let's mention a few. For example, enhanced learning environment. Trust creates a positive and supportive learning environment. When students trust their instructors, they feel more comfortable asking questions, participating in discussions, and asking and taking risk in their learning. Next we have is open communication. Students are more likely to express their thoughts, concerns, and opinions when they trust the instructors. This open dialogue fosters a deeper understanding of course material and promotes a more enrichment educational experience. There are other important ways we can build this important trust with students, such as increasing motivation and engagement, support for personal growth, effective feedback and assessment, among others. What is important also is to remember that building trusting relationships between instructors and students is crucial for creating a positive, supportive, and effective learning environment in higher education. These relationships not only contribute to immediate academic success, but also play a vital role in shaping students' attitudes towards learning, and their personal and professional growth. Next point of discussion is to describe best practices for building relationships with rapport with learners in your classes. I think that building strong relationships and rapport with learners is crucial for creating an environment. Some really good ways to achieve this is by number one, learning and using students' names. This simple gesture conveys a sense of personal connection and importance. Number two, be approachable. Create an approachable demeanor, smile, make eye contact, and be open to questions or concerns. An approachable attitude encourages students to feel more comfortable reaching out. This, in my personal opinion, is something I look for before I approach any professor, since I'm a very shy person. Number three, share personal stories. Occasionally, share relevant personal stories or experiences. This helps humanize you as an instructor. It makes you more relatable to your students. This one makes me feel more comfortable when it happens. There are really many ways you can do this, like active listening, by showing genuine interest, by holding regular office hours. You basically just have to be creative. By incorporating these best practices into your teaching approach, you can create a positive and supportive learning environment, fostering strong relationships and rapport with your students. Let's move on with discussing how you can learn the needs and interests of adult learners. I cannot stress enough how important this is to have a successful class. Understanding the needs and interests of adult learners is crucial for effective teaching and facilitating a positive learning experience. Adults often come to learning environments with diverse backgrounds, experiences, and goals. I have some strategies that I want to share. Number one, I have established open communication channels. This means creating a supportive and open communication environment from the beginning. Encourage learners to share their expectations, concerns, and goals with you and with each other. Number two, use icebreakers and introductions. Incorporate icebreakers activities in introductions and early sessions to help learners get to know each other and feel more comfortable sharing information about themselves. Other examples are encouraging self reflection, offering flexibility and learning pathways, and conducting surveys throughout the course. That way, you can have an idea of what your students are thinking and how they're feeling. Next, we have how to address students' viewpoints that differs from your own as the teacher. This, whether we like it or not, is always going to happen. We just have to learn how to address it. I have some strategies to handle this very respectfully. Number one, maintain an open mind. Be willing to consider alternative perspectives and acknowledge that your viewpoint may not be the only one that's valid. Number two, avoid judgmental language. Avoid using judgmental or dismissive language that may make students hesitant to share their opinions. Number three, acknowledge valid points. When a student presents a viewpoint that differs from your own, acknowledge valid points within their argument. This shows that you recognize the complexity of their issue. This one is very simple, but it's crucial. Find common ground. Identify areas of common ground between your viewpoint and theirs. Emphasizing shared values or goals can help build bridges and promote understanding. By fostering respectful dialogue and encouraging diverse perspectives, you contribute to a richer and more inclusive learning experience for all students. Our last point tonight of our conversation is going to be how you can apply the Christian worldview by supportive cultures and diversity in your classroom. I currently live in Florida, and this state is literally a melting pot. You will be able to find one person from each country in the world. Applying the Christian worldview while supporting culture and diversity in the classroom involves integrating Christian principles into the educational environment and fostering an atmosphere of respect, inclusivity, and understanding. Some ways to achieve this could be by acknowledging the image of God and emphasizing the Christian belief that all individuals are created in the image of God. Number two, teaching biblical principles of love and respect. It's super important to integrate biblical teaching on love, respect, and compassion into your classroom. Maybe even read a passage from the Bible before starting class once in a while. I personally have a professor who does this and I like it very much. Service learning opportunities and encouraging dialogue of faith and culture are also great ways to keep students humble. It is time to go. So I will summarize a little bit. Building relationships in higher education is a multifaceted process crucial for fostering a positive and effective learning environment. By consistently implementing these strategies, educators can establish a strong trust based relationship with students in higher education, contributing to their academic success and overall well being. Also, remember that building relationships is an ongoing process. Consistently, authenticity, and a genuine interested in your students will contribute significantly to success relationships in both traditional and online learning environments. Thank you very much for your time tonight.